There are moments in life when you feel something stirring inside you, like a fire that's been quietly waiting for the right moment to burn. It's not just the usual hustle or the daily grind. No, it's something deeper. You can't quite explain it, but you know you're destined for something greater. And I'm here to tell you, if you're feeling that, it's not a coincidence. You've been chosen for a greater purpose. Now, understand this, being chosen doesn't mean things will always be easy. It doesn't mean the path will be paved in gold or that people will always cheer you on. Actually, it's the opposite. The path you're meant to walk is going to challenge you. It's going to test you in ways you can't even imagine. It's going to feel like every door is closed in your face. But here's the kicker. That's the moment you have to dig in and keep moving forward, because when you're chosen for a greater purpose, life doesn't give you a free pass. It gives you the tools, the strength, and the resilience to overcome everything that tries to stop you. Think about it. Every setback, every failure, every single time you've been knocked down, it's not there to break you. It's there to build you up. It's there to teach you the lessons you need to succeed. The scars you collect along the way aren't signs of weakness. They're proof that one of the signs that you're chosen is that you're driven by something bigger than just yourself. You wake up every day with a burning desire to do more, to be more, to give more. You want to make an impact. You want to leave a mark. You don't just want success for the sake of success. You want purpose, you want meaning. And that desire isn't something that just pops up overnight. It's been building inside you, sometimes without you even realizing it, pushing you toward the work you were meant to do. Another sign is the way obstacles seem to show up. Now, most people, when they face a challenge, they give up. They say, this is too much. But not you. You keep going. You get up, you fight through it. And when you reach the other side, you realize that obstacle was just the universe's way of showing you your own strength, your own resilience. Those obstacles were never meant to stop you. They were meant to reveal how unstoppable you truly are. And let's talk about the people around you for a second. Some will support you, others will doubt you, and some will flat out try to tear you down. But here's the truth. The ones who don't understand your purpose are the ones who will try to distract you, to derail you. The people who truly get it, who see your vision, will encourage you to keep pushing. They'll remind you why you're doing this. They'll be your team, your tribe, your backbone. And those relationships are critical when you're chosen for a greater purpose, because you need that energy, that belief, that strength from others to keep your own fire burning. So when life gets tough, and it will, trust me, don't lose sight of that feeling, that whisper in your soul that tells you you're meant for something big. That's the voice of purpose. And if you keep pushing, if you keep fighting, if you keep believing, I promise you, you'll see the signs. You'll see them in the victories, in the failures, in the challenges, and in the people you meet along the way. You were chosen for this. So go out there and do what you were born to do. Life isn't meant to be a smooth ride. And if you've been waiting for things to always go according to plan, you're going to be disappointed. The truth is, growth doesn't come from comfort. It doesn't come from sitting back and letting everything fall into place. Growth happens in the discomfort, in the struggle, in the moments when everything seems to be falling apart, the setbacks, the failures, the obstacles. They're not here to defeat you. They're here to push you, to help you reach a higher level of understanding, a new level of strength. We all go through those tough times where it feels like the world is against us. The moment when you put in all the work, give it your all, and yet things still don't seem to go right. That feeling can be discouraging, right? You might feel like everything you've worked for is slipping away, like you're getting nowhere despite putting in the effort. But here's the thing, these obstacles, these moments of difficulty are essential to your journey. You don't grow when things go right. You grow when you face the challenges and learn to navigate through them. Think about it for a moment. If every challenge, every roadblock was just a sign that you're on the wrong path, then success would be nothing more than an easy walk in the park. It wouldn't mean anything. It would have no value. The struggles you face, the times you fall, are what make your victories so much sweeter. If everything were easy, would it really feel like an accomplishment when you reach your goals? Would it truly matter? No. It's the hardships, the failures, and the times you've been knocked down that add weight to your success. They make it real. They give you the wisdom to understand what it took to get there. Every successful person has a story of failure. Every person who's accomplished something great has faced a moment where it seemed like the world was telling them to give up, but they didn't. They kept going, they kept pushing through the pain, and that's how they built the strength to achieve what they did. You see, life is about learning how to persevere in the face of difficulty. It's about finding the strength within you when everything around you seems to be telling you to quit. You learn who you truly are when things get tough. And that's when the real growth begins. When you're going through a tough time, it might feel like it's never going to end. You might wonder if you have what it takes to keep going. But in those moments, it's crucial to remember that the challenges are there to shape you. They're not there to stop you. Think of every setback as an opportunity to learn, to adapt, to evolve. Every obstacle is a lesson in disguise. You might not see it right away, but in hindsight, you'll realize that each difficulty has prepared you for something greater. It's made you stronger, more resilient, and more capable than you ever thought possible. And even when you feel like giving up, remember that your strength doesn't come from avoiding failure. It comes from facing it head on, from taking that hit, getting back up, and continuing to fight. The times you feel like you can't go any further are often the times that reveal your true power. The most powerful people in the world are the ones who've been through the most pain, the most challenges, and still managed to rise. They're the ones who've learned how to turn obstacles into stepping stones. It's not about avoiding hardship. It's about learning how to navigate it. It's about understanding that every challenge is a part of the process. Growth doesn't happen without struggle. It's a necessary part of the journey. And in the moments when you feel like everything is falling apart, when you're staring at your obstacles and wondering if you'll ever make it through, know that it's exactly these moments that will define who you become. You have to face the struggle to realize your true potential. Without it, you might never understand how strong you truly are. Without it, you might never realize the greatness that lies within you. The struggles you face today are shaping you into the person you need to be to fulfill your greater purpose. So don't run from the challenges. Don't shy away from the difficulty. Embrace it, because those obstacles are the very things that will build you into the person you were meant to become. They're not roadblocks, they're the path. And if you keep moving forward, keep learning from each experience, you'll come out the other side stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the purpose you were chosen for. When you feel that deep, burning desire to do something meaningful, something bigger than just your personal gain, you're being called to something greater. It's not just about wanting success for the sake of success. It's about leaving a mark, having an impact, and making a difference in the world. There's something inside of you that knows deep down that you are meant for more than the ordinary. And when you start feeling that calling, that's when you need to recognize that you've been chosen for a greater purpose. The drive to create change, to do something that matters, isn't something that everyone experiences. Many people go through life chasing the next best thing, trying to fill a void with material success or external validation. But when you're chosen for a greater purpose, it's different. It's not about what you can get, it's about what you can give. It's about how you can use your unique talents, your experiences, and your passion to make the world a better place. It's a calling to serve, to uplift, and to inspire others. You see, it's easy to get caught up in the noise of everyday life, the pressures, the distractions, the comparisons. They all pull us away from what really matters. But when you're driven by a purpose, those distractions start to fade into the background. Your focus becomes sharper, clearer. You begin to see the world through a different lens, one where you're no longer just living for yourself, but for something bigger. The success you're working towards is no longer about money, fame, or status. It's about the impact you're making on the lives of others. One of the first signs that you're chosen for something greater is this overwhelming sense that your life has a bigger meaning. When you look around, you don't just see things as they are. You see possibilities. You see opportunities for growth, for improvement, for change. You're not satisfied with just existing. You're constantly thinking about how you contribute, how you can help others, how you can make things better. This sense of purpose isn't just something that comes and goes. It's a fire that burns inside you, a constant reminder that you're here for more than just your own personal journey. And here's the key: the drive to do something meaningful comes from within. It's not something that can be imposed on you from the outside. You can't be told by anyone else what your purpose is. It's something you have to discover for yourself. And once you find it, once you realize that you're here for something bigger than just yourself, you'll feel a shift in your life. It's as if everything starts to fall into place. You begin to see the connections between your passions, your skills, and the world's needs. You start to understand how your unique gifts can fill the gap that's been missing. That's when the real work begins. You've been given this powerful sense of purpose, and now it's up to you to nurture it, to pursue it with everything you've got. But understand that pursuing your purpose isn't always going to be easy. It's going to require hard work, dedication, and sacrifice. There will be moments when you question whether it's all worth it, when the weight of your mission feels overwhelming, and when you wonder if you're even capable of fulfilling this purpose. But I'm here to tell you that's part of the process. Every great journey comes with its challenges, and the bigger the purpose, the bigger the obstacles. The more you're called to do, the harder the road will be. But this is where you find out what you're truly made of. You'll discover strengths you never knew you had, capabilities you never thought possible. And it's not just about what you can do for yourself. It's about the impact you'll have on others. When you're driven by a purpose bigger than your own success, you begin to live your life with meaning. You start to see that the work you do, the effort you put in, the sacrifices you make, it all contributes to something much larger than yourself. In the end, being chosen for a greater purpose isn't about fame, wealth, or recognition. It's about knowing that what you're doing matters. It's about understanding that your life is part of a bigger picture. Your actions, your choices, your efforts, they ripple out into the world and create change. They inspire others to take action, to chase their own purposes. And through that, you begin to understand that this greater purpose isn't just about you. It's about the collective impact we all make when we come together with a shared sense of mission. So when you feel that call, when you feel that fire inside you urging you to step up, to do more, to be more, trust it. It's not just a random feeling. It's your soul telling you that you're meant for something bigger. And as you follow that path, you'll find that the impact you have on the world will be far more rewarding than any personal success could ever be. Obstacles. They seem to appear out of nowhere, don't they? One minute, you're cruising along, everything feels like it's going according to plan, and then boom, something hits you from the side. It can be a personal struggle, a professional setback, a failure you didn't expect, or even an unexpected life event that throws everything off track. But here's something you need to understand. Those obstacles, those challenges, they are not here to break you. They're here to make you. They are opportunities for you to see what you're truly capable of, to show you just how strong and resilient you can be when life tries to knock you down. When you're chosen for something greater, you will face obstacles. It's part of the journey. Think about anyone who's achieved something significant, something truly extraordinary. They didn't get there because life handed them an easy path. They faced struggles, they encountered barriers, and they had to push through pain. But what separated them from those who gave up is this one simple truth. They didn't let the obstacles define them. They used them to fuel their growth, to unlock parts of themselves they didn't know existed. You see, when you face an obstacle, there's a decision to be made. You can let it stop you, or you can let it teach you. And when you choose to let it teach you, that's when you grow. The most powerful lessons come from the hardest experiences. Every time you get knocked down and you rise back up, you're learning something. You're learning what works and what doesn't. You're learning what you're truly made of. You're learning how to move forward in ways you never imagined. But you can't get these lessons if you don't face the challenges. You have to go through the fire to come out stronger. Take a moment and think about some of the greatest challenges you faced in your life so far. What were they? How did you feel in the moment when it all seemed impossible? Maybe you felt hopeless, defeated, like you'd never make it through. But now, looking back, don't you see how much those obstacles taught you? Don't you see how much stronger you are for having gone through them? The things that once seemed impossible now seem like small hurdles, because those obstacles didn't destroy you, they built you. Obstacles, in many ways, are a reflection of your potential. They show you what you're capable of when you dig deep and keep going. Even when every part of you wants to quit, you have a power inside you, a strength that sometimes you don't even realize until you're forced to tap into it. Life is going to challenge you, that's for sure, but each time you push through and overcome, you reveal a little more of your inner strength, your resilience, and your ability to adapt. You become better equipped to handle whatever comes next. Every obstacle becomes a building block, helping you get closer to your purpose. And let's not forget about the value of failure in this equation. You may face setbacks that feel like a failure, but those are just as important as your successes. The idea that failure is something to avoid is completely misguided. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of it. Every time you fail, you learn. You learn what doesn't work, what needs to change, and how to do things differently next time. Without failure, there's no growth. Without those tough times, you wouldn't have the strength to handle the next big challenge that comes your way. Failure forces you to evolve. It forces you to think in new ways, to be creative, and to approach problems from different angles. Here's the truth. If you're not facing obstacles, if things are too easy, you might not be on the right path. The path to something greater isn't easy. If it were, everyone would take it. The obstacles are there to test you, to make sure you're ready for the next stage in your journey. They are the universe's way of checking your commitment to your purpose. They want to see if you really want it, if you really have the strength and the resilience to keep going when things get tough. And the more you prove that you do, the bigger the rewards on the other side. The truth is, those obstacles are your training ground. They are your preparation. You can't be truly prepared for the purpose you're meant for without them. Every challenge you face makes you better equipped for the next one. And when you start to look at obstacles this way, as training, as opportunities, as lessons, they no longer have the power to stop you. You begin to see them for what they really are, stepping stones to your success. So when you're facing an obstacle, when you're feeling like everything is working against you, take a deep breath and remind yourself that this is just part of the process. It's part of what's making you stronger, better, and more prepared for what's to come. Embrace the challenge, learn from it, and use it as fuel to keep moving forward. The obstacles are not here to break you. They're here to make you into the person you're meant to become. The people you surround yourself with are more important than you might realize. They shape your perspective, they influence your energy, and they either propel you towards your greater purpose or distract you from it. When you are chosen for something bigger, when you're on a path that requires you to push beyond the limits of what you thought was possible, having the right people by your side is absolutely critical. The people around you can either lift you up or pull you down, and that makes all the difference in how far you'll go. When you're striving for a greater purpose, it's inevitable that you'll encounter people who just don't get it. Some will question your goals, doubt your vision, or try to talk you out of your dreams because they're too caught up in their own fears and limitations. These are the people who operate out of scarcity and self-doubt, and their energy can be contagious if you let it. But here's the thing, you have the power to choose whose energy you allow to influence you. You don't have to accept negativity or pessimism into your life. You don't have to let people who are not aligned with your purpose distract you from the work you're doing. The world is full of people who will try to convince you that your dreams are unrealistic or too big. They'll try to tell you that you're reaching for something that's out of your grasp, something that doesn't make sense. But here's the truth. Those people are speaking from their own limitations. They're not looking at your potential or your vision. They're only seeing their own fears reflected back at them. So when you encounter these people, you have to understand that it's not about you, it's about them. Their doubts don't define you. Their fears don't limit you. You can choose to let them go, or at the very least, not allow their opinions to sway you from your path. On the flip side, the people who truly understand your purpose are the ones who will support you unconditionally. They'll encourage you when things get tough, remind you of your vision when you lose sight of it, and believe in your ability to overcome challenges when you start to doubt yourself. These people are your tribe, your team, your inner circle. They're the ones who see the bigger picture, who understand that your journey is not just about you, but about making an impact on the world. They're the ones who push you to keep going when you feel like quitting, who celebrate your victories with you and offer a shoulder when you fall. Having people who believe in you, who support you, is not just about having a cheering section. It's about having a network of individuals who inspire you to be better, who challenge you to grow, and who bring out the best version of yourself. These are the people who make you believe in yourself even when you're facing your darkest days. They're not afraid to hold you accountable, to challenge your thinking, and to help you see where you're capable of doing more, becoming more, achieving more. And this is not just about professional support, it's about emotional and mental support too. The right people help you manage the stress, the self-doubt, the frustration that comes with pursuing something big. They remind you that the journey is just as important as the destination. You've heard the phrase, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, right? Well, it's not just a catchy saying, it's the truth. The energy you allow into your life will shape who you become. If you spend time with people who encourage growth, who push boundaries, and who are constantly striving to do better, then you will be inspired to do the same. But if you spend your time with people who are negative, complacent, or fearful, you'll find yourself stuck in those same patterns. Your environment matters, and that includes the people you choose to surround yourself with. Think about the people you interact with most often. Do they challenge you to think bigger? Do they inspire you to take action? Are they aligned with your vision and your goals? If not, it may be time to reevaluate those relationships. That's not to say you should completely cut people out of your life, but you do need to be mindful of where you invest your energy. Not everyone is going to understand your purpose, and that's okay, but you have to protect your energy. You have to prioritize your dreams and surround yourself with those who will help you get there, not drag you down with negativity or doubt. And it's not just about what others bring to the table, it's also about what you bring to others. Are you lifting the people around you? Are you helping them rise to their potential? Are you being a source of inspiration and encouragement? When you're on a mission to fulfill a greater purpose, it's not just about receiving support, it's about giving it too. The people who are meant to be in your life will be the ones who both support you and allow you to support them. It's a mutual exchange of energy, encouragement, and growth. When you come together with like-minded individuals, something magical happens. You create a network of support that can't be broken. You create a community of people who understand that the journey is hard, but it's worth it. So pay attention to the energy around you. Make sure you're surrounding yourself with people who believe in your vision, who challenge you to be your best self, and who bring out your strengths. These are the people who will help you push through the obstacles, celebrate your victories, and remind you why you're on this journey in the first place. When you have the right people by your side, there's no limit to what you can achieve. In the end, being chosen for a greater purpose is not about an easy path or an instant reward. It's about embracing the challenges, growing through the setbacks, and staying driven by something bigger than yourself. The obstacles you face will test your strength, but they will also reveal your resilience and power to rise above. Your purpose is something greater than just your personal achievements. It's about the impact you make and the lives you touch. And as you move forward, remember the importance of the people around you. They can either propel you toward your mission or pull you away from it. Choose wisely and build a network of support that encourages you to reach new heights. So no matter where you are on your journey, understand that you were chosen for something extraordinary. The road may be tough, but every challenge you face, every lesson you learn is preparing you for something far greater than you can imagine. Keep pushing, stay focused, and always remember that you are capable of more than you ever thought possible. Your purpose is waiting for you to step into it, and the world is ready for the impact you're going to make.